What is going on, everyone? My name is Jared, and usually I don't do a whole video on just one app. But today I'm going to. I think it's worthy enough to do a whole video on this one app from Samsung, and it is called Good Lock. So back in the day, there was this app from Samsung called Good Lock, and what it would do is let you pretty much customize everything about your device without root, from your lock screen to your app drawer to your notifications, as well as your drop-down quick toggle menu. Pretty much everything could be changed, and it is back. So 2018, they did release another version of Good Lock. So you get cool clocks that look like that. You can get your apps, quick shortcuts up the side, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So let's get into it. So when you first open Good Lock, you have to, one, download it from the Samsung App Store. This is only for Samsung devices. And what you have in front of you is these 5 different things, as well as some suggestions here on the bottom. So you have what's called Lock Star, which is all about your lock screen. You got Quick Star, which is your quick panel or your drop-down menu like so. Task Changer, which is your app switcher. Routines, which basically is more or less exactly what it sounds like. You can change things based on what you're doing, if driving, at home, whatever. And Clock Face, which is all about just getting different clocks. So let's start at the beginning and go from there. So Lockstar is going to have you download all these individually. They're really not that big, and they're pretty easy to use once you get them. So once you do it, you can turn it on or off with your toggle. You have different things down here, which is where you have to swipe up, down, left, right in order to unlock your phone, as well as you will still have your biometric authentication, meaning fingerprint, iris, face, or intelligent scan. All that will still work. App shortcut integration. So that is on the side. If you choose to pick apps to put there, how do you want them to open up? So I did double touch because double touch made it so I didn't hit them accidentally, but they weren't also click on them and drag out like the Samsung default. And then you also have Use System Clock, which you can set in your clock face section of Good Lock and keep system wallpaper, meaning to keep it when you hit set as wallpaper, it'll utilize that versus having its own special wallpaper that you make in Lockstar. So to edit your face, very easy to do. You can either hold on the one that you've created, hit edit. This just tells you a quick overview. You can place icons displayed. All settings, background, or visibility apply equally. There is guidelines to help you center things, as well as a red guideline to avoid duplicates. And if there is no duplicates, it'll return back to its original location. So as you can see here, I have a few things picked. I have this quick music player on the bottom. So normally on your lock screen, if you use Samsung normally, it would just be a swipe on your clock to get to it. I also have my little icon bubbles down here. You can also put them, you can put them anywhere. You can put them to the side. I like things nice and centered up, so I would put them under the clock. But I do like them down towards the bottom. And of course, I have my icons on the side. So you can go into your background, but being that I have using system wallpaper, it's going to copy that. Clock, you can choose a whole bunch of different clocks, which they have already preset. But if you want to use your clock face app, and then item visibility, this lets you pick whatever else you want to have shown on your screen. So if you want to have lock status icon, music controller, help text, which will say, swipe screen to unlock or whatever, notifications, and the status bar at all, you could just take your status bar right off if you had chosen to do so. This allows you to put all those on the screen and go from there. So this is really nice to have because other than this, and other than rooting your device, there really isn't much that you can do to change how your lock screen looks. You can use different home launchers for your home screen, but not much can be done with your lock screen. So there is that. When you're done, you hit save and you are good to go. Down here, you also have, like I said, the shortcut integration. And that pretty much wraps it up for Lockstar. From here, you can go to Quickstar. Quickstar is another one that is all about your notification shade. So I turn coloring on because I wasn't using it previous. For example, I will use a recommendation. So this is a white and red. And now when I pull it down, white and red is used. Again, you can do this one, which is a darker color, which I kind of do like. And, you know, again, you can make your own custom color. These are just ones that are already pre-applied. You can go into your coloring and literally change every single thing about your colors: opacity, transparency, blur effect, dim effect, notification, coloring, everything. And you can pick your different colors and go from there. So you could say, oh, I want bright pink icons or red, or again, whatever you want to do. You can make them black. Really is totally up to you. I'm going to keep it with the dark colors because I always think the dark colors look better. So here's your simple indicator. Now I think this is really nice. This used to be something that came up in Android that was called System UI Tuner. And what it did is allowed you to have what icons come up in your top bar and what do not. So some things that I don't like having up there is like having your alarm clock on there, NFC, all that stuff, which I really don't care about, and that I would normally just change up in my quick toggles. You can actually turn them off. So like I have alarm off, and there's that. If I turn that off, it'll take off, you know, HD voice, voice over LTE, time, airplane mode, NFC, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, power saver, data saver, volume. Pretty much everything, any icon that shows up, you can get rid of them. There's that. It's very easy. And the notification multi-view. Show notification multi-window button in notification row when swiping notifications. So that means when you bring this down, there will be an icon there for multi-view. Just like so. So actually I'm going to leave that on because I think that is pretty handy and I didn't see it before. And now we go back into Good Lock and we're going to go to Task Changer. So this one is pretty cool. You got a lot of different you got a lot of different effects and a lot of different things that you can do with the Task Changer. So with this, it's going to change how this looks. So right now I have it on, what is it? I have it on Cube In. You have a bunch of different effects. Now some launchers already do this. Like Huawei's stock launcher allows you to change this, and a lot of other launchers will allow you to do this, just not the stock Samsung one. So this is pretty much all customization just for stock Samsung. Cube In, Cube Out, linear, which would just be swiping one over the other, like that. Scale, which is kind of cool. Brings them back and forth. And you also have rotation up and rotation down. I do like rotation. That was one that I was using for a bit. But I tend to like the Cube In or Cube Out. Yeah, Cube Out. That's the ticket right there. Mini mode allows it to be one-handed operation. So there's tiny icons right there. Blur background effect. So this will make it so this background gets blurred. Whoop. So let's put that back on. So now you see it is not seen in the background. And center the currently running app. So if you do that, your center app is the currently running one. Which doesn't seem to have worked right there. Oh, when you actually open it, it centers itself. Gotcha. I read it wrong. So there you have it. So that'll run its currently running app. So now we get into routines. Now this gets pretty intricate if you want it to be. So you can choose options that are in your car. So like turn Bluetooth on. Maybe launch Android Audio or Waze or Spotify. You can play media. So pick maybe a playlist or whatever to do. All that is adjustable and changeable. time and place, location, whether your headphones are on, whether your battery's charging, your battery level. So you can have it so after your battery gets to a certain level, say maybe 30%, you turn Bluetooth and Wi-Fi off. I mean, it can get as intricate or as not intricate as you want. And you can change that. You can have a ton of different routines, movie theater, turn brightness down, turn on do not disturb mode. Always on display while charging, you can turn that on. So that means anytime it is charging, you're going to have your always on display on. Because it doesn't matter about battery percentage at that time. Games, again, you can do anything you want in there. Clock face, again, is basically just an app that has a ton of different options for clocks. You click the more button on the end, and you can just keep going. There's not a bunch right now, but this app does get updated a bunch. So I'm sure there will be more that get added. But there's some different ones that I haven't seen, and ones that do look pretty nice. And they are rather different than the stock ones that you just have. So that is a nice feature to have. You can change the clocks, but there wasn't this many options before. And of course, you can change the color of the clock if you would so choose. So you can make it multicolor, you can make it any color you want. If you want the bright yellow, you could do that. So that is nice. Again, a nice feature to have that we haven't had in the past. And now we get through the main Good Lock apps. We get down to the bottom, and you have the ones that are recommendations. So these are things like one-handed operations plus. So again, you can change your one-handed mode. You have sound assistant, edge touch. Basically, all this app does is lets you decide where on the screen you want to ignore input. So if you're somebody who touches the screen a lot, or maybe gets the notification that comes up, touch input blocked because you touched on the edge with this edge screen. That's something you don't have to worry about. With this, you set it so that you don't have to. And then edge lighting, which I do have installed, lets you customize this edge lighting effect that we do have on the new Samsung phones. You can have loop, where it's just going to like shoot it back and forth. Celebrate, which is kind of like a little burst of sort of effect. Fluid, kind of drags itself around. Glitter, so that's multicolor. Glow, multicolor, and basic. So I left it on Galaxy because I thought it looked cool. Color, you can change it per app. So on an app basis, you can change what edge lighting is, and of course transparency, how much you want it to be see-through. So it definitely has a lot of different effects, a lot of different things that you can do with this app to change up your Galaxy device. I would certainly suggest it for anyone who's running a Galaxy phone right now. It just makes it a little more unique, a little bit more different, not so much cookie cutter. And while it doesn't give you a ton of customization, it certainly gives you a lot more than what we were used to. And I'm sure as time goes on, it will get more updated with more customizable features. So with that said, let me know if you guys like this video. Let me know if you are using the app, if you're not using the app, what you do, what you change about your device, or what you wish could be changed. So with that said, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.